today's episode, we will be discussing a key factor of how to apply sea moss. Now, this algae has been around for quite some time. It's been used in ancient remedies for years. It's been used as a thickener, it's been used as a gel, it's been used as a mineral replacement. It has so many factors to it, and it's been more and more popular over the years. So, today, I'm going to assist you, those new individuals on their path to new health, how to apply the sea moss gel, condrus chrispus. Well, there are other types, but that one in particular is quite popular. So let's find out how to apply, the beneficial purpose and use, and how to use it every day. Day-to-day use of condrus chrispus in your lifestyle. So stick around and let's find out. On today's episode of Essentially Alkaline, Help Me, how about you? So, the condrus chrispus has been around, as I said before, for quite some time, and here at Essentially Alkaline, we have a few versions of the condrus chrispus. Now, we all know it as sea moss, iris moss, so on and so forth, and it has a lot of names. Now, it's from the algae family, and we all know that's a wide variety of seaweeds out there: kelp, fucus, bladderwrack, valera, and so on and so on. It's just so many. And if you do research, Google will assist you in this path, figuring out which one is best to use. However, one that we all know and get used today, condrus chrispus. Now, this is known as Irish moss, and this is, as I said before, a wild-crafted algae, which means it is in its natural form, its highest content, freshly cultivated, I would say. It's not farm raised, it's not food raised or food grown. It is harvested from the wide, vast seas of the ocean. Now, this is raw condrus chrispus, and it could be used in a variety of ways. Now, before we do that, let's get into the benefits. So, the first way to apply the condrus chrispus is quite simple. You have to realize that it has the essentials of 92 to 102 minerals, which is the basic of your system. And if most of us have been following the meat plan, the Dr. Sebi diet, the alkaline diet, the raw vegan diet, you would learn more and more about the condrus chrispus. Now, because most of us here at Essentially Alkaline applies it in different ways, in smoothies, drinks, teas, shakes, salads, so on and so forth, even to use to make gummy bears. So it's just a lot of ways you can actually apply this algae. Now, okay, so with all of these essential minerals, there are a lot of benefits to the condrus chrispus, to the Irish moss, to the sea moss, to whatever you desire to call it. It has so many names. Even for myself, back in June, it had a totally different name when I was growing up. However, today we're going to discuss what it does. Now, one of the main things that I like about this particular product or this particular item is it helps with thyroid condition, imbalanced thyroid, overactive or underactive. It assists with these things because it is enriched in iodine. Now, I like that because in our demographic, we have a lot of persons with iodine concerns. So, this particular product, the condrus chrispus, actually assists with that issue. Now, it also helps with balancing your weight. It also helps with appetite suppressant for persons who like to eat too many sweets or carbs or high cholesterol foods. This is a good product to use in your day-to-day life. Now, because it assists the body by applying so many minerals, it feeds you on a molecular level, which is a cellular level. By applying these minerals, you don't have to crave for it from food, and that is the beauty of this product. So, you have asthma, sinus, cold, flu, joint pain, circulation disorder, you have cholesterol conditions. This is the best thing to use for all of these things. You have eczema, psoriasis, skin concern, you have lack of hair concern. This is the perfect item to use in your day-to-day life. It also assists with bone density, bone marrow, and the ligament issues. So most of us who have cartilage that has been going in the joint has been rubbed out, and you have your knee that's rubbing together, and those bones that are rubbing together. This product is the perfect item to apply to your day-to-day life. Trust me, I know. Now, here's Essentially Alkaline. We can find it in different varieties. First step, everyone knows it as a gel. Okay, so China. This is the C-Force gel, the wild-crafted, and I can explain to you why it's called C-Force here, Essentially Alkaline. Tip number one is simply because this is a combination of not just one type of sea moss or sea vegetable, but a few varieties. So enlisted is the first thing, the sea moss, which is the Irish moss. Or we have the condrus chrispus, and it's pretty much in our formula here, which is 100% wild-crafted, and I think I've already explained what wild-crafted really is. And in this blend, we have the bladderwrack, which is the fucus, we have the kelp, the alarin, the escalante, and we have the Irish moss, which is the sea moss, and we have them in different types and version. We know we have the condrus chrispus that is in here, and we also have the purple sea moss, which is also the black wild sea moss. Everything in this product is wild-crafted, and it's natural content, and it's superfood content. It is not farm and harvested in a pool or farm raised. It is exactly as it is from the ocean, and this is why we love this product. As you can see, it's really, really dense in color. It's really, really dark, and it's a very thick gel substance. Apply this to your smoothies, drink, teas, shakes. You would not regret this. And I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks of how to use this particular product. Now, in my smoothies, I would grab a almond milk, probably about 16 ounce, 3 to 6 ounce of the condrus chrispus mixture, which is the C-Force. I'll apply a little bit of coconut sugar, cinnamon, vanilla, a hint of nutmeg if you do have that, or ginger or allspice, and you will blend that with a little bit of ice. And you add the monk fruit sweetener or agave of choice. Some persons add banana or dates for sweetening. That is a perfect smoothie on the go. If you want to have one of those smoothie cups, you just got to add all these ingredients in, quick, hurry, and you're out of the house. Now, because you did that, you will not have to worry about food for the rest of the day. You are now fed on a cellular level, all right? Which means you're not going to feel hungry for the day, which is perfect for those who are in liquid fast. Amazing product. Now, I also apply this to my herbal teas, turmeric tea, ginger tea, hibiscus tea, my sarsaparilla or dandelion tea, my burdock tea, whichever herbal tea I have on hand. I would add about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of this based on how thick and dense I want my tea to be, or how rich I want that tea to be. I'll apply the condrus chrispus to that particular tea, and all I do is I boil my water to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I then add my herbal tea bag to that mixture. I would then infuse a tablespoon or teaspoon of the sea moss blend into that actual tea. I'll mix it and I'll let it rest for about 1 to 2 minutes until it cools down a little bit, and I'll add my sweetener if I desire to, and it's normally monk fruit or the monk fruit liquid or sweetener, or sometimes agave. There are also other versions. Some persons use honey, some persons also use maple syrup. This is by choice, all right? So you don't have to hurt your head on what you use to sweeten the tea. Once it's a plant-based sweetener and you don't have diabetic concerns, then that's fine. Also, with me saying diabetic concern, this actually assists with those with diabetes. So that's a perfect time of how to apply, okay? And also because this helps with cleansing the colon, high fiber, and high micro minerals, this is the perfect superfood, and it gets the job done. Now, porridge. Most of us who are here in the Caribbean, we love porridge. We were raised on porridge. This is all that most of us know. I was raised on banana porridge, peanut porridge. We have the jungle walnuts or jungle peanuts, as they might say. Almond porridge. You could have plantain porridge. There's so many ways you could apply this. And what I normally do is take a half a cup of the C-Force, which is the condrus chrispus blend, and I would then add in all of my flavors, a little bit of coconut powder, sugar, sometimes a little bit of almond milk, so on and so forth. Okay, so to apply this as a porridge, all you need is a cup of the sea moss blend. You need your sweetener, which could be monk fruit sweetener or could be the monk fruit sugar replacement sweetener, which is a crystals. You can use agave, you can use bananas if you want to, that's up to you, but sometimes the banana changes the flavor unless you're making a banana porridge. However, add your cinnamon, add your vanilla, all a teaspoon of each. You can also add a hint of ginger as well, and you can let that simmer, and then you add your spelt flour or your kamut flour as a balance. Some persons add coconut flour, so that is your choice. If you're gluten-free or you're watching your carbs, you can make that decision based on the flour that you desire to use. Now, that is the effect of how to make porridge. If you want to make it a banana porridge, just add 2 bananas. You can just kind of smush it up a bit into the actual sea moss while it cooks down. The plantain porridge will be the same. You normally would cook the plantain because it's a bit softer, and then you add all those ingredients. If it's a peanut porridge or almond porridge, all you have to do is blend the actual almond and the jungle walnuts, not particular peanuts, because the jungle peanuts are a better option. And what you want to do is you semi-toast that in the pot. Add all your flavors, such as the cinnamon, with the sugar, which is be the monk fruit or the agave, and then you add your sea moss to that. Then you add your flour to that, and then you add your almond milk as a base for the actual thickening and the cream. All right, so those are the options, and you have a variety of plant-based. You can use hazelnut, you can use hemp milk, you can use walnut milk. Some persons use the rice milk. We're not a big fan, so you go for the almond or coconut blend. Those are perfect. Always use natural, unsweetened, and we use the Pacific brand because of the content of it. It is more almond milk than water, and that is a good thing. Okay, so there are other ways to use and apply the sea moss to your daily life, and I'm quite sure that most of us has been doing this for a period of time. However, here are the great options. Capsule or powder, added to your smoothie, drinks, or tea, or you could have 2 to 3 capsules of the sea moss sea force blend, which is a blend or powder blend in a vegetable-based capsule. This particular one has 100 capsules. We also have these in a small travel pack, which is perfectly fine, and it's a good way to start. Matter of fact, let me show those to you real quick. So this is what it looks like, and basically you could take about 2 to 3 of these per week, and this is a week supply. This has about 12 capsules, and you'll be taking 2 per day, and I'm quite sure that you'll see the beneficial results from actually doing this. Now, for those of us that have severe concerns on how to apply the sea moss and what it really does, it nourishes the entire system. It has assists with bone functionality. It helps to regulate thyroid conditions, as I mentioned before, metabolic rate as well for most persons that don't understand what it is. It's going to help you with digestive issues, all right, and a whole lot more. The essentials of 92 to 102 essential minerals, elasticity for fiber, which helps with muscle toning, strengthening the bones, strong hair, teeth, and skin conditions. And if you have any other concerns, because it has so many essential minerals, it actually aids those problems. Now, it also helps remove acid and clean the cells, which is one thing that I really like about the sea moss. And it's my to-go-to product. I have 1 or 2 of these capsules per day on average, and this will last you about approximately a month and a half based on how you use it. Taking 2 capsules a day, it's 100 capsules. You can do the math, it's quite simple. And that will get the job done. Now, for most of us who want to apply sea moss in the food, I mentioned the porridge, I mentioned the smoothie, I mentioned the shake, but how about a replacement for a native dish which is known to the Bahamas as conch salad? The Irish moss salad. Now, we have this here in different flavors, and basically we apply this, pretty much for a diet food. It helps with all the essential minerals, and inside of this particular blend, it's a salad. So it's a fruit salad basically a herb salad, and it has the mangoes, it has cucumbers, it has the cherry tomatoes, it has the Irish moss, which is the condrus crispus version. It's been soaked, so it's very thick and plumped, nicely chewed. It pretty much goes down pretty well. It has a hint of pepper, which is a country pepper or berry pepper. In this particular one, it's pretty spicy, so it's pretty hot. We have the chocolate version, which is more fruit enhanced. It also has a star fruit, which is pretty cool. And then we have the mild version, which has no pepper. And most person that doesn't want to have any pepper, then that's the best option. For me, I like spice, so this is perfectly fine for me. And I could have this morning, noon, and night, any given day, because it is perfect for digestion. It helps to curb my appetite. It's a perfect snack. It's a perfect lunch item. So I apply this to my diet at least 2 to 3 times a week. And if I'm on a fast throughout that week, sometimes I just have 2 of these, and that pretty helps me through. It tastes great, and if you've never had the conch salad before, I recommend that you try this. And if you are a person that does not eat meat, or you're a person that used to eat meat and you like the conch and you want to replace that, this is the option. This is the perfect alternative to a conch salad. This is the Irish moss or the sea moss condrus crispus salad. And as I said before, this is the hot and spicy version. Now, there are many other ways that you could apply the sea moss. And for example, you could actually use the sea moss as a deep fry. So it could be slightly breaded in your favorite low carb flour. We use spelt flour, and you could apply that to make a replacement for cracked conch or cracked calamari or deep fried calamari. All we do is we pre-season it, soaking it in lime, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of herbal seasoning, which is our natural seasoning, organic alkaline seasoning. And we then slightly bread that, and it's breaded with the spelt flour, of course, and it's then deep fried quickly for about 2 to 3 minutes in grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is the better choice, or almond oil. Any oil that could take high heat: sesame oil, almond oil, walnut oil, grapeseed oil. These are the best option because they are pretty good and they assist persons with cholesterol issues. If you have cholesterol concerns, these are the type of oils you would like to use for this particular process. So that is your version of how to apply the sea moss. Now, you can add it to your salads if you want to. Sometimes dice it up, add it on top of your romaine lettuce and your cherry tomatoes, or you add it to your spinach and kale. Sometimes I saute it down in my callaloo or my bok choy. So there are a lot of ways you can actually apply the sea moss to your lifestyle or to your diet. I also make it into a soap. So I would actually boil my condrus crispus until it's pretty much soft. I add it to a blender with a cup of water. Perfect. And then I blend this and puree this to a very thin form. Add this to my soaps or my personal homemade shampoos. Perfection. It is perfect for skin concerns. So you have eczema, psoriasis, gives you that nice smooth baby skin. You don't want them bumps, but it's perfect for those kind of things. And trust me, I know I've used it for quite some time. I had horrible skin. I had black spots and bumps and psoriasis and eczema, and I was overweight. And the moment when I applied this to my lifestyle, to my diet, I saw a huge difference. Now, with that being said, we have it in a bigger size for the family pack. All right? So that's for those of us who wants to pretty much apply this every day to their lifestyle. Once you get that done, right? All right, so I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. These videos will be about 10 minutes, but that's fine. It's something new today. Apply the condrus crispus to your life, and if it's the first time, and I'm gonna explain something as quick as possible. Based on where we are, and I'm talking about the Bahamian demographic, we do not apply certain foods to our diet, which means we're lacking a lot of essential minerals, right? We don't eat enough zinc, we don't eat enough iron, we do eat a lot of carbs, or too much carbs. We do eat too much iodine, which is the unsavory salt, which is a table salt. And if you don't know, table salt is refined and it's damaging to your system because it has a grinded stone and grinded salt and sand and glass and these things that's in it that actually affects you, and it cuts spike your blood levels. So you want to stay away from that. Apply the Himalayan salt or black sea salt to your lifestyle. And the condrus crispus actually has sea salt that's actually on it. If you want to wash it off, you could, or don't wash it off too much if you want to. It's up to you based on how many salt you want. Sometimes I just wash it off completely, soak it for about 2 hours, and then I'll apply it based on how I'm seasoning it or cooking it. I'll apply back the salt to it. Normally would be sea salt or black Hawaiian salt. So that's my choice. You could actually be different if you don't want to have salt to your diet at all. That is your option. Now, at the end of the day, because we eat high carbs, high starch, high dairy diet, high meat intake diet, we lack a lot of minerals and our body is dying on a cellular level. So we're not feeding it the right minerals. We're not feeding our system the essential minerals needed and required for functionality and for growth. Now, most of us don't know this, but as I have said before in a few videos, keep in mind that for every 7 years, the system goes through a cleanse and purge where you are introduced to new organs, but you need enough minerals and organs. You need enough minerals and vital essential minerals for this to take place. So you want to eat foods that are clean and dense, well-crafted, natural and organic in its highest content. Stay away from hybrid foods as much as possible. These are foods that has no seeds, like seedless grapes and seedless watermelons. You should question yourself when you eat these things because, come on, you know there has to be a seed for regeneration, rejuvenation, and so on and so forth. So stay away from those particular items. Now, you want to track everything that you're doing in your lifestyle because health is your main concern. And as I said before, you can't ever go wrong with applying the sea moss to your diet. On Sundays, you have nothing to do. Make some sea moss shake. It is easy. Keep it in the fridge. Give it to the kids. Add it to their lunch menu and so on and so forth. It's very easy. You don't have to hurt your head about how to do it. If you're a person that gets up and you go walking on a Sunday morning, you go shopping for your greens when you get back home, make everything fresh. So you want to make your fresh smoothies, your fresh juice. You want to make sure you have alkaline water in your fridge. Make sure there's more water in your fridge than food. The body needs liquid, all right? That's how the body purges and cleanses. And we recommend spring water, which has a high level of alkalinity. Anything from 7.0 up to 8.8, 8.9, perfect water. You can't get no better than that. So apply those things to your diet. Watch everything change. Watch your hair growth change. Watch your skin complexion change. Watch your body tones and attracts and appeal. I'm quite sure you would love yourself. And always remember, you only have one body to live in. Take care of it. That's the only life you have to live. So if you treat it bad, it's gonna then return and treat you bad. So on to the next episode. This is yours truly, Julio Hall. If I've never introduced myself before, sometimes I do forget. That's fine. The information is more informative and it's more beneficial, so it's needed, it's necessary. So my name is not really that important. It's fine. But on to the next episode, let's do it. It's yours truly. Stick around, all right? So, see you until.